Having dreams alone is not enough to move forward and achieve success in life. It is crucial to be decisive, have a clear vision of your goals, and take action without fear. However, what holds us back the most on this journey are chaotic thoughts, hesitation, and indecisiveness. Our inner voice constantly pulls us in different directions, sometimes pushing us forward, other times dragging us back, causing us to miss valuable opportunities. So how can we break free from this constant hesitation, from being trapped in the question, am I making the right choice? In this video, we will explore 5 effective ways to overcome indecision and build a stronger willpower with the help of Stoic philosophy. The first step: what should I do if I want to take action but hesitate? First, we must understand what lies at the root of hesitation. In most cases, the main reason for indecision is our desire for a perfect outcome and the uncertainty of the future. Our mind constantly analyzes possibilities, tries to avoid risks, and as a result, we remain stuck in inaction. However, remember, not making a decision is also a decision, and in many cases, it is the worst one. Epictetus once said, "Instead of worrying about things beyond your control, focus on what you can control." One of the biggest causes of indecision is overthinking and fear of the outcome. But the reality is that you cannot fully control the future, yet you can control the present moment. If you are struggling to make a decision, ask yourself these questions. Is this decision based on things I can control, or does it depend entirely on external factors? If it is based on factors within your control, then you already have enough information to take action. But if it depends on external circumstances, then overthinking will not change anything. What is the worst that could happen, and how would I handle it? Our minds tend to exaggerate worst-case scenarios, which can paralyze us with fear. However, when you realistically assess how likely these scenarios are and how you could deal with them, most of your fears will seem meaningless. Stoics believed in being prepared, but not in being paralyzed by overthinking. Set a specific time frame for your decision-making and commit to making a choice within that period. Remember, indecision is worse than making the wrong choice. Mistakes can teach you valuable lessons, but inaction will keep you stuck in the same place. Second way, when fear holds you back. What's the worst that can happen? Sometimes the only thing stopping us is the fear we create in our own minds. If we make a decision, we might fail, make mistakes, or face unexpected difficulties. But how can we overcome this fear? Seneca once said, "Most of the things we suffer from in life are merely fears we create in our minds." Let's pause for a moment and think. Will the worst-case scenario really destroy us, or are we just exaggerating these fears? Imagine you want to start a new business, but you hesitate. What's the worst that could happen? The business might fail. You might face financial difficulties. People might judge you. All of these are possible. But are these fears really worth keeping you stuck in inaction? Stoics remind us that while some things in life are beyond our control, we can always prepare for changes. Third way, the problem. I overthink before making a decision and end up doing nothing. How can I break free? You go over a decision multiple times, visualize every possible scenario in your mind, yet you still take no action. Does this sound familiar? If so, you've fallen into the trap of overthinking. Marcus Aurelius once said, "People often don't know what truly bothers them because they never ask themselves what they really want." Maybe you believe that if you don't think enough, you'll make a mistake. But overthinking doesn't lead to better results. It only creates the illusion of safety. In reality, it keeps you stuck in the same place. Ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? Or am I just lost in endless choices? If you constantly go back and forth between options, maybe the real issue isn't finding the best choice, but rather the fear of making a decision. Will this decision actually move me forward, or is it just a waste of time? What you really need is not more thinking, but more action. Sometimes taking one step forward is better than analyzing something 100 times. There is no perfect moment. You create it. The Stoics believe that thinking without action is useless. Overthinking might feel safe, but it never leads to results. Marcus Aurelius asked himself, if doing this will make me better, then why not start now? If you believe a decision will improve your life, do it now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. How to break the habit of overthinking? The 5-second rule. When you feel stuck in hesitation, count down from 5 and take action. This prevents your brain from falling into the cycle of fear and doubt. Take the smallest possible step. Overthinking often comes from the desire for perfection. If you wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan, you will never start. So just take a small step. Any step. Accept the outcome of your decisions. The Stoics taught that you should focus on action, not the outcome. You can't fully control the results, but you can control whether you take action right now. Quick test. You want to do something but feel stuck? Ask yourself, if I don't do this, will I regret it a year from now? If the answer is yes, then stop overthinking and do it now. So think, but don't get stuck. Take action, because life won't wait for you. Fourth way, don't get attached to others' opinions. When making a decision, we often think, what if people don't approve? Or, what if they criticize me? Most of the time, our biggest fear is what others will think. You want to take a step forward, but your mind is filled with questions like, will they judge me? What if I'm wrong? What if they don't accept me? These thoughts act like an invisible cage. They limit your freedom and prevent you from taking action. Epictetus said, what others say about you is not your problem, it's theirs. The Stoic perspective, others' opinions should not dictate your life. People may not like your decisions, but their opinions are shaped by their own worldview, fears, and limiting beliefs, not your reality. Why do we care so much about others' opinions? Our brains are wired for social acceptance. In ancient times, being rejected by a tribe could mean death. That's why we still feel the need for social approval. But today, there is no real danger, just fears inside your mind. People might criticize you, but it won't destroy you. True freedom begins when you stop relying on others' opinions. How to worry less about what others think. Stay true to your values. People's opinions change, but your principles should stay firm. Do what aligns with you. Accept that people will always talk. There is no one in history who was liked by everyone. Even the wisest philosophers and greatest leaders face criticism. People reflect their own fears onto you. Those who try to hold you back might be projecting their own insecurities. Successful people don't stop because of criticism. The most accomplished individuals kept moving forward despite others' negativity. Ask yourself, will this decision bring me happiness and inner peace? If it empowers you, you're on the right path. Does this align with my values? If it does, then others' opinions don't matter. Who am I living this life for? For myself or to please others? If your answers are clear, then you're on the right path. Remember, freedom lies in your decisions. Fifth way, my indecision affects my life and slows me down. What should I do? Sometimes we build a labyrinth in our minds, we overthink a decision, and as a result, don't take any action. This is the only path that leads to failure. If you hesitate for too long, you miss opportunities. If an opportunity slips away, it may never return. Indecision is an invisible chain that holds you back in life. So, why are we so indecisive? Sometimes we think we'll only succeed if we make the most correct and risk-free decision. But the truth is, there's no perfect choice in life. Every decision has both positive and negative aspects. What if I make a mistake? One of the biggest reasons for indecision is the fear of making a mistake. People don't want to make mistakes because they fear feeling like a failure. But remember, making a mistake is better than doing nothing. Worrying about what others will think. Often, our indecision comes from fearing how others will perceive us. But this is your life. You have to follow your own path, or you'll always be under the influence of others. So what's the way out? Think, but not too much. Of course, not every decision should be made impulsively, but the more you overthink, the less you do. Set a time limit for yourself. For example, decide within 24 hours and take action. There's no ideal time, do it now. We often wait for a better opportunity or more suitable time to come, but this is just an illusion. If you want to do something, start today. Start with small steps. Big decisions can seem intimidating, but big changes start with small steps. If you take a small step now, you're already on your way. Don't fear mistakes, learn from them. In life, there are two outcomes, success and lessons. Even if you make a mistake, it will be a valuable experience. If you do nothing, it will just be wasted time. Lastly, here are 3 questions that will help you make any decision. 1. If I were sure I would succeed, would I take this step? If the answer is yes, then you should do it despite your fears. 2. If I don't act now, will I regret it a year from now? Often the things we fear now will make us say, I wish I had done it in the future. 3. What's the worst that could happen? Sometimes indecision stems from fears we've blown up in our minds. Think of the worst-case scenario and ask yourself, can I handle it? The answer is often yes. So the bottom line is this. One of the most important things in life is the ability to make decisions, because life is shaped by the decisions you make. So instead of overthinking, take action. Don't be dependent on other people's opinions. Break free from indecision and master your fate. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. See you again soon.